Remember the days when making a phone call was an experience? You didn't just press a button. You placed your finger in the dial, gave it a spin, and listened to the satisfying clicks as it returned to its place. The rotary telephone wasn't just a device, it was a part of everyday life. It sat proudly on the hallway table or hung on the kitchen wall, a lifeline to friends, family, and the outside world. If you grew up with one, you probably still remember the patience it required and the unmistakable sound it made. Let's dial back in time and revisit the era of the rotary phone, right here on History of Simple Things. Before we get into the history, let's talk about what it was like to actually use a rotary phone. For many of us, our first experience with one was as kids, watching our parents dial a number with precision. Each digit took a moment, there was no rushing it, and heaven help you if the number had a lot of nines or zeros. You'd sit there waiting for the dial to spin back, knowing you still had more numbers to go. But there was something so satisfying about that process. The weight of the handset, the coiled cord that always seemed to tangle, the slight resistance of the dial, it was all part of the charm. And remember how you had to stand in one place while talking? There was no walking around the house on a call. If the phone was in the hallway, that's where your conversation happened, no matter who was listening in. Before rotary phones, making a call required speaking to an operator who manually connected you to another line. This system, while effective, was slow and prone to human error. The breakthrough came thanks to Almond Stroger, an undertaker in Kansas City, who grew suspicious that a local telephone operator was directing calls to his competitor, who happened to be the operator's husband. Frustrated by this unfair advantage, Stroger devised a way to bypass operators altogether. In 1891, he patented the first automatic telephone exchange, a system that allowed users to directly connect with another line by dialing a number. This revolutionary concept eliminated the need for operators and paved the way for rotary dials. By the early 20th century, the rotary dial telephone became the standard, with Bell Systems and other companies adopting the technology for widespread use. The first rotary phones featured a circular dial with holes corresponding to numbers 1 through 9 plus 0. When a user placed their finger in the hole and turned the dial, an internal mechanism sent electrical pulses corresponding to the chosen number. The phone exchange interpreted these pulses, routing the call accordingly. This simple yet effective system defined telephone communication for decades. By the 1920s and 1930s, rotary phones became common in households and businesses. Initially, most models were black and made of heavy bakelite, a durable early plastic. As technology improved, the design evolved, leading to lighter and more colorful models in the 1950s and 1960s. By the mid-20th century, the rotary phone was everywhere. It was in homes, offices, and public phone booths. It was the centerpiece of family life. Conversations, important news, teenage gossip, and long-distance calls that were saved for special occasions. And if you were lucky, your family had one of those fancy models in pastel colors instead of just the classic black. The rotary phone wasn't just a device, it was an event. If someone called, you didn't ignore it like we do with today's endless notifications. You rushed to answer, often competing with a sibling. And let's not forget the days of party lines where you could pick up the phone and accidentally eavesdrop on a neighbor's conversation. As much as we loved them, rotary phones weren't exactly fast. If you misdialed, you had to start all over again. There was no backspace button, and then there was the cord, stretching it as far as possible while trying to get some privacy, only to have it snap back or get tangled. And let's not forget the heavy handset. If you spent hours talking to a friend, your arm got a workout. But somehow, all these quirks made the rotary phone special. It was more than a tool. It was an experience, a part of life's rhythm. Then, one day, something new arrived: push-button dialing. The first touch-tone phones appeared in the 1960s, offering a faster, easier way to call. Unlike rotary phones, which relied on pulse dialing, these new devices used a dual-tone multi-frequency DTMF system, which was quicker and more reliable. At first, rotary phones still had their place, but by the 1980s they were quickly being replaced. Touch-tone dialing was just too convenient. Telecommunication companies encouraged the switch, and soon new features like speed dialing and call waiting made rotary phones seem outdated. By the 1990s, most people had made the switch, and soon cordless phones and cell phones made landlines feel outdated altogether. The rotary phone, once a must-have, became a relic of the past. Some of us held on to them for nostalgia, but for most, they became a memory. A thing of the past, tucked away in attics and antique shops. Even though rotary phones are long gone from everyday use, they're not forgotten. They still appear in old movies, classic TV shows, and the occasional retro-styled decor. And every now and then, someone under the age of 20 picks one up and wonders, how does this thing even work? For those of us who grew up with them, they remain a symbol of a simpler time, when phones were built to last, when calls were intentional, and when dialing a number actually meant something. So, do you remember the rotary telephone? If you do, you're part of a special club, one that knows the satisfying sound of a spinning dial and the importance of a good, sturdy handset. And if you've still got one tucked away somewhere, don't get rid of it just yet. It's not just a phone, it's a piece of history. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.